Hey, what's going on, guys? Tony Hannity's here from Lazy Tech TV, and a few weeks ago we had taken a look at One More's over-the-head cans for your computer, your PlayStation, Xbox, what have you. But they also make some really nice in-earphone earbuds as well too. So with that in mind, this is the One More Triple Driver BT in-ear headphones. That took a little bit to say. So first things first, I'm not an audiophile, but I do like to carry myself as someone who knows good audio when he hears it. And I've got to admit, before we dive too much into this, I've been using it for the past 3 weeks, and it's really good for the types of things that I would listen to on the go. However, before we get into the nitty-gritty of the headphones themselves, let's just talk about this box. Oh my God, this was like opening up a jewelry case. Jewelry? I never know which one. Everything is laid out beautifully. They have multiple earbuds for different sizes of your ears. I think they pretty much thought of everything. But I mean, for MSRP of $200, you would want them to try to think of everything. While this works on both iOS, Android, like pretty much anything that is Bluetooth enabled, because iOS has this, I would argue, an enhanced Bluetooth, this is optimized to take advantage of that. Also, it has LDAC. Now, again, I don't really know the idiosyncrasies of audio and what LDAC does, but it does this. And apparently it's really, really, really good if you can get that added to your audio headphones. Obviously, the style of these headphones are over the neck, and they have a few other iterations as well too, which we're not going to get into today, but you can definitely go check those out on their website. But these go around the neck, and all the controls are right here on the left-hand side. The earbuds hang down here, just around the chestal area, and then they just come up. There's no like magnetizing up here when you're not using them. They don't magnetize to themselves like some other headphones do, which I think is extremely, extremely useful if you could do that. And ironically, one of their other earbuds do that. But nevertheless, with this kind of makeup, there's actually a steel band in here, and it's extremely durable, and you can wrap it up, throw it in your pocket, and none's the wiser. And to make matters better, they actually use USB Type-C to charge this bad boy. Hallelujah. Finally, a company is realizing the future of the ubiquity of USB Type-C, and they're starting from the get-go right when the wave is going over its crest. Now, while using these out and about, I found them to be fairly comfortable. You know, when I was running or hiking a little bit, they didn't weigh down, except when I have it like this. I don't know, maybe it's the triple drivers that are in here, which again, sound phenomenal. But having these just dangle starts to actually weigh down the steel band that's in here, and I notice it. And after a half an hour of just walking around with this like around my neck, it starts to get fairly annoying. So again, if you magnetized or shorten the length or something, these are just thoughts that I have. And one thing I really like what One More is doing is the environmental noise cancellation. Now, while I don't really know how they do that in terms of canceling out the outside ambiance noise and everything that else goes around, all I do know is that it works. So when you're on, not necessarily an airplane, but if you're just out and about, walking around the mall, walking around, a lot of other people, or just even here at the home office or what have you, you don't have to turn them up so loud to drown everybody else out, to break your eardrums. You could have it at a normal, medium volume level, but then everybody else won't even exist, at least audibly. Ranging from music like jazz and hardcore punk to classical to podcasting, there's one thing that I did notice. The highs and the mids were great. They weren't too tinny, they were full of body, and especially in orchestral kinds of pieces that I would listen to, you pretty much heard and could really feel each individual orchestral section, which to me as a classical cellist is really nice to hear my boys and girls play. But for whatever reason, the bass, and it might just be these, but the bass, while you definitely heard the bass, it was a little bit too rumbly for me. Like, you know when you drive past that car that threw in two 25 subwoofers with a giant amp, a crazy capacitor, and you know they're just bumping whatever music, but all you hear is just a brrr. In certain music that I would listen to, or even in podcasting, if the host had a really deep voice and he would sometimes go down here, it would rumble, not physically, just audibly, and that kind of took me out of the moment. And I don't know, again, might just be these, not the whole line, but it was something to take into account. And the last thing I'll say is this. One of the tests that I use is the go to sleep test. And what I mean by that is, I don't know how many of you do this, but I actually listen to music or podcasts to help soothe me to sleep. But instead of using the speakerphone or my Google Home, I'll actually use headphones. And obviously, as you're sleeping on your side, you're going to have these in your ear. And so the test is, if you lay down on a pillow with this in your ear, how comfortable is it? Or rather, the better question to ask is, how long can you withstand having something being pressed into your ear? And I'm sure a doctor would probably tell me, hey, I shouldn't be doing that. On a scale of 1 to 10, these were about a 6. They weren't great. I don't think anything's ever going to be a 10. But, you know, compared to other headphones that I've tried in the past, they were reasonably a little bit more comfortable. So yeah, if you want to rock out with your socks off, that didn't rhyme, and you want some really nice, stylish looking headphones, these are very, very nice. It is also nice to be able to have voice control at a button's notice. If you can get around, or if you're not too worried about it weighing your neck down, if you have the earbuds just on your chest, and if you're not too worried about the earbuds being on your chest or wrapping up as you're walking around, like they say in the promo video, just wrap them up and put in your pocket. I don't like putting things in my pocket, so that's why I don't do that. That's your answer. In any event, if you have any other questions or comments, please leave that in the comment section down below. Links, as always, can be found in the description below. Make sure you're following us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course, here on YouTube. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you guys in the next one. Late.